morning again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook. Today, you're going to make a chicken thigh dish that is a kind of a blending of several different ingredients from different cultures. It's a berry reduction dish with mostly East Indian spices, though I will say I've got a little bit of Southwest in there as well. So sometimes I just like to be creative, have fun, and I do have a saying as we look over my ingredients, the colors of the rainbow never lead you wrong in cooking. As you can see, we have a large variety of colors here, and I think when you add a lot of different colors, it's the recipe way of looking at making things taste good and then also looking good in presentation. So today we're going to work on this together, and it is a little bit of prep. This is not a quick and easy recipe. This is one of my creative ones. So just have that in mind that you're going to need a little bit of time to do all this prep work. It took me, I just timed it, about 10 minutes to prep what I've gotten prepped. And so we're going to go through these steps together, and I'll show you the ingredients and what I've done. And I'll also show my avocado cutting secret. Many people don't know how to cut an avocado. I don't want that to scare you, so that's why we're going to show that. Today we're going to be using 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs that I've already cut into bite-sized pieces. About like, okay? We cut them into bite-sized pieces so they'll cook and reduce a little bit faster. We have got 8 ounces of white mushrooms. These are sliced. All right, we're going to have some raspberries. This is a pint of raspberries, all right, cleaned, and I make sure there was nothing in them. This is 1 apple. I used golden because I wanted the green color. You can basically use any apple you'd like to here. And we're going to have that sliced very simply. We have got 1/2 of a red onion diced. I've got 1 orange bell pepper, and I wanted that color. I guess you could use other ones, but I wanted that orange color in the dish, and that has been diced as well. I've got 6 ounces, that's only 6 ounces, of your favorite beer or wine. You can use wine in this as well. I've got a half, now this is very important, 1/4 of a teaspoon of harissa. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Not a whole lot going in with this. I've also got 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/4. All right. And I have got 1 teaspoon of curry powder. All right. I've got 2 tablespoons of agave, right, nectar. I of course have some avocado oil that we're going to get the chicken started with, the whole dish started with in a minute. I have got 1 bunch of full spinach. All right. I've taken the stems off. We're going to set that aside and use it a little bit later in the dish. All right, I got some salt to pinch with. You will have to use your kitchen knife a lot, and we're going to use that here. I've got 2 wooden spoons. These are 2 of the newer ones I picked up. This is an actual wooden spoon. We're going to use that in just a second, and then a paddle as well, the wooden paddle to stir. And this is a fun with a wok dish, okay? You're going to need your big wok, all right? I like cooking with a wok. This is one of the fun dishes you can make. And a wok allows you to be creative and to cook at a temperature that's consistent with what we're going to do. We're also going to be preparing, while this is going on, some golden rice, all right, or jasmine rice. I may change my mind and do jasmine, but a type of rice that will go as a base for this dish when it's finished. So you're going to need to make that while you're cooking and set it aside. So we'll have that prepared as well. When we come back, I'm going to show you, well, I'll show you the process right now of cutting an avocado. We're not coming back yet. I'm going to pay attention to the avocado. Now, once again, take your large kitchen knife, push the avocado down onto it, like so, and you're going to roll the avocado along the blade, completely controlling the avocado, and look how fast that one came out. Pop that in half, take the knife, pour it, twist, out comes the core. Put that in the trash can. And then you're going to take your avocado, slice on the inside, just like that. Say, have your bowl ready. Have a handy bowl ready. And then you just push it out and it's already sliced for you. There you go. I'm going to do the other side. When we come back, we'll have a close-up of putting this together, heating in the wok on the stovetop and preparing this meal. You're going to want to preheat your wok here. I put it on a level 2 or 3 and you allow it to heat for a couple of 3 minutes before you add the oil. We've allowed the wok now to heat, and I'm going to add just a tablespoon or so of the avocado oil. Allow that to begin to heat up. You see it start to separate. You know you're starting to get in good shape. And the first thing we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to add the red onion and the berries, the red berries, and the apples. And just a pinch of the curry. And a pinch of salt. Stir that in here. It's up to heat. So we're going to allow it to reduce down for about 3 or 4 minutes until the onions start to turn translucent and you see the berries starting to break apart. I forgot to mention, while that's starting to heat over there, you need to add just a pinch of all the spices to the chicken thighs in the bowl, including a nice pinch of salt. And I also add the avocado in here at this time. This is while the onions and berries are softening over there. Take your spoon, just mix those together. And it's okay to mash the avocado in there, like so. We're going to be adding this to the dish in a little bit. As you see, we've been mixing this together. You see the berries starting to break apart. Starting to smell the berries actually cooking, along with the apple. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes now. See how it's starting to get translucent there. The berries are starting to break apart. This is the time you want to add a couple more ingredients. You want to add your bell pepper. You want to add your mushrooms. A pinch of the curry. A pinch of the harissa. A pinch of the cinnamon. And mix this together. What's that song, All My Favorite Colors? And allow this to go for another 3 or 4 minutes. You're going to want to stir this every 30 seconds or so. All right, 2 minutes has gone by. 3 minutes, excuse me, has gone by. I'm going to turn this down some. Do another good stir in here. Now it's time to add the rest of the fun. We're going to add the chicken right on top with the avocado. We're going to add the 6 ounces of beer just to get a little liquid. Once again, wine is fine. We're going to add the agave. Put that in. We're going to add the rest of the spices. And we're going to add a pinch of salt. The spinach will go in later. It'll be gone by the time this process right here gets going. We're going to stir. It's all mixed up. All those pretty colors in there. We're going to cover with our lid. And we're not going to touch this thing for about 8 minutes. Timer's gone off. See what kind of magic has been done in here. Folks, this smells fantastic. I wish we could put smell on the internet. See the chicken starting to all cook. Patient dish. Most good dishes are. Like I said, this is a little bit of a time, more creative. A lot of demand for the creative dishes. We're going to let this cook down. You can smell the berries. You can smell it reducing. We're going to add now our spinach. Notice no cutting. We're just putting in big old chunks of spinach. Big old. That's an official term. Big old chunks. So add that. We're going to cover. And we're going to let this work again. Low heat. Once again, the lower the better. And we're going to let this work here for another 7 minutes. While this is working, it's a good time to get your rice prepared so you can make it as a part of the dish. So I'm going ahead and cooking my rice at this time as well. The timer has gone off. See, the spinach is wilted. Roll that through. Push the spinach apart, it's stuck together a little bit. Now we're going to allow this to simmer down to release some of those juices and liquid before we add the rice to it. I usually turn the temperature to low here. Let the heat the wok has already picked up work with this, and then we will have it ready in just a little while. We're going to let this simmer now for about, I would say, 7 or 8 minutes, just to try to move the liquid off of it, some of it, for everyone to enjoy. But allow it to simmer, stirring occasionally to help release some of the moisture from the... We've allowed it to simmer down for about 6 or 7 more minutes. The rice is finished up. You're looking so far at about 35 minutes of cook time. I know that's a lot, but this is something you can make maybe in the evening when you have some time free on an afternoon. Just having a little fun. We're going to add the rice in here now. I did go with the jasmine rice for this dish. We're going to remove from the heat, and we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes until the water and liquid starts to get absorbed by the rice, and then we'll be able to serve. Come back and show you what that looks like in just a little bit. Okay, everyone, we allowed this to cool. As you can tell, the liquid has now begun to work with the rice, thicken into a sauce. We're going to serve this on a plate. If you've got some good bread, go along with it. Lay it right up. Got the mushrooms. Wonderful, earthy taste. There you go. All right. So this is a chicken thighs in a berry reduction with mushrooms, spinach. Hope everybody enjoyed.